I thought that I would go down memory lane and share what vehicles I've owned over the years. Okay, so I'll throw in pictures so you can see what they look like. The first one was a 1975 cargo van. It had no windows in the back, it had no windows on the side, but I ended up living in that thing. That was my home until it got taken away from me for no driver's license and no insurance. Long story. But anyway, after that, I ended up getting a 1977 Impala by my boss when I was working at McDonald's in Salem, Missouri. And that vehicle, I loved it. I thought it was a great vehicle. Next in line was a 1978 Caprice, which was kind of like a sister of the 77 Impala. They both looked the same. You could take the parts off each other and repair it. So I got to know those vehicles very well. And in fact, I rebuilt both of them. All right. So after that, I ended up getting a 1986 Buick Skylark that I bought. Well, this was after I left my first wife. I was married to her for 11 years. And so that's the vehicle that I owned. And what is that sound? I do not need. Okay, whatever. Anyway, the vehicle. The vehicle ran great as long as you didn't turn corners. Every single time you turned a corner, it wanted to die. Why? I don't know. I kept replacing parts. I kept checking things out. I could not figure out what was causing that. Now, I was told that it was a part in a transmission because one of my relatives said that they knew somebody that had the same kind of car and did the same thing, and it was a part that was in the transmission. But I never got it fixed. I ended up junking it, or I don't even remember what the hell happened to that car. After that, I bought a 1984 Dodge Omni. I bought it from a friend that I'd known since 12 years old. We're both the same age. She said that the car didn't need much work on it. And I ended up rebuilding the engine and the transmission on it. And it was a stick shift car. I didn't even know how to drive one of those. But I was told by a couple people, they promised me that they would teach me how to drive one. And they never did. So after rebuilding that car, I ended up selling it to my mom. She knew how to drive a stick, and she liked those kind of cars. A stick car. So anyway, that's what happened to that. After that, I got a 1991 Lumina APV, all-purpose vehicle. This vehicle had a pointy nose on it, and I'm telling you, this car was perfect. When I got it, it only had one owner. You can see the history of it, and it was owned by a woman, an old woman. The car was taken very good care. But after me owning it, things started falling apart. I mean, I can't even understand that to this day, how a car stayed in perfect shape like that. And I'm telling you, I watched how it would fall apart. Nobody was doing anything to it. In the very end, I shut the back of the van and the name Lumina fell off of the vehicle. But I loved the way it drove. I was able to repair it easily. My only complaint was that it looked like it was put together cheaply. Things kept falling apart and falling off the vehicle. And gas mileage. It was regular gas mileage. The prices went up, and I just couldn't afford that anymore. So that's the reason why I got rid of it, not because of anything else. After that, I got a 1996 Pontiac Grand Am. Loved that car. From the moment I saw it, I thought, man, this is an awesome car. It had lots of power. And I took it. I made videos. I went to Wichita. I went to different places. I went to Garnett. I hadn't been there for years. I went to Waverly. Went to a bunch of different places, and I was enjoying myself. But the reason why I got rid of it is because the body started to rust, and the damage was just too much. But it drove great. Gas mileage was okay. After that, I got myself a 1999 Lumina. And the car was great. The gas mileage was not really good on it, but it drove perfectly. Everything worked on it. It was great until my wife got in a car accident and hit a girl that ran the stop sign, and it got totaled out. So that's what happened to that. And I got a loan with that thing twice, 2 times with no problem. Got the loan that day using that vehicle. All right, and I got one loan actually using the Pontiac too. After that, I ended up buying the 2000 Impala, which was my dream car ever since 1999. I always wanted to own that vehicle, and I end up getting it because you know, the wreck and towing out the other car. So there is some goodness that came out of that, right? So those are all the vehicles that I have owned over the years. I did own that 2005 Ford Taurus, but I don't know if you want to really count that because it was only temporary till I gave it back to him. Um, so whatever, if you want to throw that in there, that car was great. Gas mileage was great. The vehicle ran wonderful. I just don't like Fords, so I don't even want to really put that in there. But I did own it for a little bit there, didn't I? A couple months. All right, so that's it. You guys have a good one, and tell me what kind of cars have you owned over the years, and did you like them? Did you hate them? Did they run good? Did they fall apart? Let me know in the comments below, and you guys have a good one. Take care, and God bless.